What's up here, everybody? Just gonna do a little bit of breaking news for you. I guess it's kind of breaking. Mike, when did this drop today or?
No, this is a couple of days ago.
Okay, yeah, it says May 6th. So it's regarding Scream 5 and how Neve Campbell and David Arquette are in talks apparently. And I see now it says May 6th. But yeah, I'll dive a little into that. I'm going to show the article here. Wonder if I could. Where's this damn share screen? Here it is. Can you see that?
It's coming up. Here it is. Neve Campbell and David Arquette dish on possibility of Scream 5. Yeah. Now, see, what I like about this is that, basically, what David's saying is, oh yeah, I'd love to do it if like Dewey was so great to play. I'd love to play Dewey again. And what really got me though was Neve, because Neve Campbell during like Scream 3 and Scream 4, she's always a little apprehensive to come back because she wants to make sure it's the right kind of project and that it's respectful of, especially now since Wes Craven died, that's respectful of Wes and stuff. And my thing is that I'm afraid that they're just going to do this movie and it's going to, there's a chance it could like ruin the rest of them for me. But what made me feel better about all of that is Neve Campbell seems genuinely interested in what they're doing. Like, she said that she felt the director's approach was very respectful of Wes and his direction in the series, and that she hopes that all the negotiations work out. So for
Yeah.
me, I'm like, if you can get Neve Campbell on board and not just for an easy paycheck, then if she's interested in it, then it's something that I'll probably be interested in too.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're gonna make 5 of them, you're guaranteed to make at least possibly one shitty one, you know. But
Yes.
so here it says, it just says the conversations are being had. That's for sure. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of talk about it. I wasn't sure it was gonna happen. She was approached 6 weeks ago. But yeah, and I agree with what she says. Next is the time is definitely not. I'm sorry, I'm getting like texted a million miles an hour here. Got a little bit of family emergency going on, but nothing too serious. And they're saying the timing's not great. We're starting conversations, we're starting negotiations. Who knows when the studios are open again? So it sounds like she's down, but it's a matter of, are we gonna be able to do this anytime soon? Which is, it seems like that's a big question in the
Yeah.
article. And then for David Arquette's portion, it says, I don't know, who knows? What are they going to do? Is it a whole new franchise? Are they going to bring back some characters? And it'd be exciting. I love playing Dewey, so I'd always love to be a part of it. I like his attitude towards it because he's like, it's just a movie, and pretty much it's his thought process. Like, he's always down to like,
Yeah.
there's some actors that are like, I'll never do that again. What I did is done, and
Yeah.
that's it. And it doesn't seem like that's
And
their
I also
behavior.
like, all the actors, they've all moved on to different things, and they've all done many things since the last Scream, which was what, 10 years ago. Like
Man, that's crazy.
David Arquette had filmed a new movie, and he's got a new documentary coming out, and Nev Campbell just finished a movie, a drama called Castles in the Ground. So like they're all working and stuff. So I like that when they do approach them to come back, they're like, oh yeah, that'd be fun to just sort of like dive into Woodsboro again and, you know, play Dewey and play Sidney again and just have fun with it because they've done so many different things. When they were doing the original movies, it was after they finished 2, it was they started getting approached to do 3, and that's when David, Courtney, and Nev kind of put their foot down. They're like, no, we just did two of these movies within a year, because Scream 2 actually comes out a week shy of a year from Scream. So within 1 year, they did 2 movies. And then they were already getting approached to do Scream 3 in like 1998. And they were like, nah, dude, we want to like go do some other stuff first. Like,
Yeah,
instead
I think with this new stuff, as long as she's not the main target, because like I don't know how many times is someone gonna have it out for her, you know what I mean?
Alex, sweetie, you took it right out of my mouth. I always say that to people when they're like, I want Sidney to be the main character, and to put this into context, I mean, you know this, but to put it into context, Sidney Prescott is my hero.
Yeah.
She is my first Scream Queen. She is my favorite Scream Queen. She is my favorite Survivor girl. I have her necklace that she wears in Scream 2 and Scream 3. Like, Sidney Prescott is the end-all, be-all for me.
I think it could be easy to bring her back if she, you know, it's like if she sticks her nose in something that it doesn't belong in, that has nothing to do with her, then the killer's obviously going to attract his attention to her. And then you could be like, you know, it wasn't like he was trying to kill her, but now he is because she's.
Yeah. Also, I think you could even do a thing where they, like I was saying, like, I love Sidney dearly, but like you said, how many of these would-be ghosts want her dead now? And I think you could have a Sidney Prescott cameo and have her just be, maybe the cops call her in as a consulting expert on something, when they're like, hey, these murders look like these old murders in California. So let's call a few people and bring them in to consult or something. Maybe they can give us some insight. So that would be they'd call Sidney and Gail and Dewey, and you could have them in like 1 or 2 scenes and not even be involved.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see a scene with her being
ghosts.
like, you know, I know a thing or two of tracking down killers and
Yes.
beating their ass
Yeah.
and all that shit.
Yeah, like it would be cool. Like you could see Gail going, well, like what I did a few times was I set up cameras where the killer has been, you know, known to strike, and I've gotten some great footage, and Sidney's like, well, you know, each time I've been targeted, they've gone through various social media devices and cell phones and stuff, and then Dewey could say, you know, and one time the killer was wearing a bulletproof vest, and and he had a voice box that could not only modulate his voice but change his voice, so they could each give something that these new cops and these new characters would be like, oh shit, okay, that's something to look at, and maybe they're trying to stay a step or two ahead of this new ghost face or ghost faces. But the new killer or killers is trying to stay one step ahead of them because they've seen the Stab movies, they've read the Gale Weathers books, they've read Sidney's books, so it becomes a sort of cat and mouse of the good guys, the new good guys, and the new bad guys trying to outwit each other with the knowledge of the original murders and the original movies. And that could be really cool. And then you wouldn't even have to have Sidney or Dewey or Gale directly involved with the killer. Because some people have been saying, oh, we'd like to see if, like, the three of them came back and they were, like, the cold open teaser kills. I'm like, don't do that to those characters. Don't make them go through 4 movies back to back just to be the teaser kills in the 5th movie.
Yeah, that'd be corny.
It never goes over well because they did that to Rachel Carruthers in Halloween 5, and they did that to Laurie Strode in Halloween Resurrection.
You know, it'd be a big swerve, which would be sick. One of two things. One is I've always wanted to see 3 killers in the end.
That would be interesting.
One comes out of like a doorway, another comes out of a doorway, and you're like, oh, they're doing 2 again, like they didn't. And then another one comes in, you're like, oh shit, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then, or a big swerve could be, imagine if the killer attacked one of them in the beginning and got killed, and then the rest of the movie is trying to figure out what that killer's connection is with the other ones that are possibly doing it.
Oh, you know what? That's actually interesting because a few of those ideas were sort of brought up as a possible Scream 3 when
that
they
would
were
be
doing
sick.
Because
yeah, like imagine if Cotton killed the killer in the beginning and it was like, the killer's last words are like, this isn't over, there's more people.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, and then you sort of have to figure out, okay, why did this person do this and who's the second killer? They kind of did that too in the Scream TV series, where you had one killer and they said, and I've got one more surprise and you'll never see it coming, and they killed them, and then the second season, the second killer was revealed and they said, I'm the killer's surprise. I'm the second killer. And then at the end of that season, you found out that there was, in fact, a third killer working with them. So that they were never all in the same scene together.
Yeah, I completely forgot. I forget some of the show stuff just because it was a little while back, but
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So it is a good idea because other people have been trying to get that off the ground of what if we had, like, I think
another big no too is like the noobs that are like, oh, I think Dewey or Sidney or Gale should be the killer. It's like, no.
That would be fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like you can tell like they're little kids or they're new to this, because I'm like, history has proven more often than not that the audience doesn't like it when one of the good guys, or who you think is a good guy the whole time, ends up being the killer. Or, like I said, like teaser kills. They normally don't go over well with the audience, and the rest of the movie suffers for it. I would rather not have Sidney, Dewey, or Gale in the movie than have them be cheap, cold open kills, or it's revealed that Dewey or Gale or Sid is the killer. I'm like, no, that's
Now it's okay to make us think that, but
yes.
it's like, oh,
That
why
would
is
be
and
yeah.
it's okay for the killer to like possibly frame one of the three of them, and in the movie they think that, but we know it's not. Like shit like that is cool, but
Exactly. Well, it's kind of like Scream 3 when Roman said, "I'm gonna I'm going to set this up so it looks like you killed everybody, and then I'm gonna be the hero." Or
yeah,
like what?
they played us with that ending though, because once he was dead in the casket, it's like, we can, as we do our detective work, like fucking nerds, we can write that motherfucker off the list. But if you're telling me that he's just not dead and he faked his own shit, come on. I thought that was whack because we we couldn't really do solid detective work after that, because it's like
Well,
you write him off because he appears dead. There was no evidence that he wasn't.
and also it's like, why did he do that? Why did he do that just for Gail's benefit, knowing that he was probably going to uh, kill Gail? And then what was the point of it? It
They
wasn't
even
like,
checked his pulse. I was like, that motherfucker's ice cold.
yeah. And
And then he
I
wasn't. I was like, God damn it.
I think I would have rather have I would have rather have seen it if, kind of like in the first one, if he had gotten stabbed and mortally wounded, and then he was like, "Oh God!"
One
and
second. I'm going to have to pause the recording real quick. Hold on.
oh yeah, okay.
All right, we're back. I had to handle some business up in this biatch. But, oh, God, I can't stand family problems. They suck sometimes.
Hey, it happens.
But, yeah, so we were talking about Roman's little stunt there in the casket. But,
Yeah, and I know some people love it and they liken it to Billy faking getting stabbed in the first one, but it just, when you look at what his grand motive was, it seemed kind of pointless.
why'd you do that, Bubba? You playing games.
Exactly, and I know a lot of people said, like, well, what if Roman was actually one of the ghosts in the first Scream? And that's why I really like your idea of having 3 or 4 ghosts come out at once, being like, we're the killers. Like, I don't know. Did you see this? Did you see the new Black Christmas that Blumhouse did this year?
No, I've been watching a shit ton of Blumhouse stuff, though. Like, a lot of Blumhouse movies.
Uh, my favorite Blumhouse movie is Truth or Dare, so check that out.
One sec. I got a list.
Oh,
They're not just Blumhouse movies. Hold on. So, during this quarantine, this fucking mean gene virus here that refuses to die a horrible death, I've watched Hellfest, Haunt, Jack in the Box, Strangers 2, Sinister, Sinister 2, Candy Corn, Happy Death Day 2, The Predator, Mischief Night, Ma. I watched Hush, and then Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and then I watched The Clove Hitch Killer, which that was pretty good, and Mercy Black.
Mm-hmm.
The Town That Dreaded Sundown, and Joyride 2, Joyride 3, and Maniac Cop, which I know I know, tisk tisk, dumbass. I should have seen that a long ass time ago.
You know what? I haven't seen Cop yet.
It's definitely like if you didn't watch it back in the day, I don't know, it's 80s cheese, but
Oh yeah, but those are fun. Those are
yeah,
always good.
yeah. So I think was Hellfest a Blumhouse movie? Yeah.
No,
No?
it wasn't. No.
Sinister 1 and 2, Happy Death Day 1 and 2, Ma Hush, Mercy Black, and The Town That Dreaded Sundown. I think those are all Blumhouse movies.
Yes,
The Town That
but
Dreaded Sundown was straight.
oh, the new one, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes, I love the new one. I love the new one. I was very impressed with that because I'm a fan of the original Town That Dreads Sundown, so I was very excited to see that. And I was really happy with how they did it because I think they were able to break the fourth wall and combine not only making it a sequel to the original, but also making it a remake and also making it a take on the real life Moonlight Murders in Texarkana. So I think that was really fantastic. I loved
and
it.
then Mercy Black was kind of Mercy Whack. But
Jesus Christ.
it was all right. The girl was super fucking hot that played the main chick. But
Yeah. Just not much else to it.
no, it was some, like I told you on text, some of the scenes made my friggin' ass hair stand up, but then some of them are just I don't know, like the ending was weird. It was just weird, but
Yeah.
some of the Blumhouse movies have good twists. I've noticed that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of burning down houses in the end of these movies.
Yes.
And then one of the movies, the house almost burnt down. I was like, yo, this guy's wild with the fire.
Yeah. They like burning down the houses at the end.
And then in another video, I'm gonna go through which of those is like you should see, and some of those that you could probably skip.
Oh yeah.
But they were all pretty good for the most part. That's what's gonna be hard about that video.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Going general for a second, horror is so subjective.
Hold on, I gotta pause again. This is ridiculous.
Okay.
All right, back again. So here's the deal. My mom's been sick. No reason. I don't think it's COVID symptoms or anything, but so she's at the hospital, and I got a stubborn mom who's trying to break the handcuffs and escape out of the hospital. You know.
Don't worry. My dad does that too. Anytime he's in the hospital, he wants to leave immediately, and it's like, well, Dad, you're bedridden and very, very ill, and he's like, no, I'm fine, and it's like, you're on death's door, you're not fine.
Now I'm choking to death. Jesus.
Don't die. My God.
I literally started saying that, and then
started choking.
Yeah, it went down the wrong way.
Oh my God.
Full tears coming out and everything. Oh my God. Oh my God. My eyes widened and I was like, oh my God, this isn't good. Like I'm about to start choking.
Like, oh, here it is.
Yeah, this is it, dude. I'm checking off. Oh my God. I can't stand that when you start to choke and it goes down the wrong friggin' whatever the hell it is. I should know because I'm on the ambulance, but you know, I'm not a medic yet, so just an EMT.
No. But soon.
Yeah, I mean, September's the plan, and then it's gonna take probably like 16 months, unfortunately.
Oh, hey, but that's cool. You're on your way.
Medic takes forever and it's dumb expensive.
Yeah.
But all right, well, I guess that's all we got this week. We'll try to get more news as it comes and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
And then we'll do our normal show, just shooting the shit. Like probably, I mean, maybe sometime this week.
Cool.
And what else was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know. That's it. We'll talk to everybody soon.
Okay.